Hi guys. So today is Wednesday, and I am coming back with another Bible study video. I don't want to label this Bible study for Wednesdays, maybe like a Faith Wednesday or like a Worship Wednesday, something. Just my current, I guess, mindset and the things that I've been going through is not just limited to a particular book or, studying the Bible, as I mentioned before. So I do want to kind of shift gears into some of the things that I'm personally experiencing right now. And, maybe that'll make it more adaptable for each of us, just to kind of obtain and absorb more information that way. So, I want to talk again about manifestation. And pretty much it's how to manifest your faith into, how to manifest how to manifest your faith into the things that you want, how to integrate them, and just combine them together. And I feel that that's the best way for me, just to understand and really have faith in the things that I want, is just to think about it in that realm. Just because of a higher power, I really believe, the things that I want is just up to the Lord. So, yeah. So I am going to start off just by, talking to you guys about what are some things that you want in your life. And just really think about that. Even close your eyes and kind of, breathe in, breathe out. Just think about what are some things and visualize it. What are some things that you want in your life at this current moment? And then I am going to start off with Mark 11:24. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. So, confidence in what is hoped for, and then let it go. And manifestation, you don't stress. And God does not intend for us to stress about the things that we don't have. He doesn't intend for us to stress at all. I feel like when it comes a point of stress, it's also kind of I don't want to sound too harsh, but kind of like a lack of faith in Him is when you stress. And if you think about it that way, it is, because you're not focusing on your faith in Jesus. You're focusing on, whatever you feel is a problem right now. So, also, to have assurance about the things we cannot see, and that's from Hebrews 11:1. So to be able to have that assurance, the Bible says, I think it's 1 Corinthians, that, faith, pretty much it goes by, belief. It doesn't go by what is tangible, what you can, touch and feel and see. So, I feel like those two definitely correlate, and I feel like, rather you have a faith in God or not, that, if you believe in manifestation, they both kind of work hand in hand, because you have something to believe in either way. So how I think about it and how I feel like it's going to prove, stronger for me is honestly asking, and this is so hard. This has been the hardest thing that I've struggled with, but it's asking God, for the things that I want and the things that I need. And for me, I try to be a selfless person, and I try to think oh, let me think. I've been having issues with car situations over the years, and something as simple as like paying like rent or something like that. I think like, oh, it's just, rent, it's just finance, financial issues. It's just this, like, I try to downgrade my own situation because I'm thinking, oh, like, now, for instance, Hurricane Dorian, like, I'm sorry, I can't talk, but I think there's people out there losing their homes. There's people out there that's, losing their cars and all this that. Who am I, like, to ask for something as insignificant as a car? Like, I would literally try to downgrade my own situations, but then I would stay dwelling on, this situation that I'm in, like, just stress, like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to set the money aside for this and that? Finances and all this and that. And finances is definitely something that people stress about. If not, like, I know, like, because of finances and because of, money issues, that leads to, like, the highest reason, the greatest reason why people divorce in, like, the United States. And just stuff like that. So I literally tried to downgrade my own situation just because I felt like it really didn't matter. Not necessarily that it was something too big for God to worry about, but in a sense, like, yeah, I didn't want him to worry about me. And I felt, and now that I'm growing up and I'm realizing, myself and who I am in this present moment, it has definitely humbled me, just to think that it's not all in my hands. So God definitely has his hands on me more, and I definitely just learned how to ask for help when I need it. And that's the best thing, that I could have done. It's the best thing that I could have done, because it definitely changed my life. It definitely humbled me down. Like I said, the main thing is not to stress, and to be grateful of the present. So I'm gonna drink some water because I don't know what's going on. Be grateful of the present. So even when you are stuck in a moment, I'll go back to my car issue. I was stuck. I was just like stressed. I'm like, if, I am having an issue with my brakes, or, whatever car situation. Having an issue with my brakes one day, then the car just won't start the next. It's running hot, just goofy stuff. So I would definitely stress about that. And I missed the whole thing of, okay, well, some people don't have cars. And not that I'm trying to compare myself necessarily, but to be grateful for that. And I also had to think, I was keeping my car kind of on the dirty side. Like, I would just, be on my way. And this is so dirty, but I would be on my way, like, to work, and, like, I would have, like, an apple or something like that. I get done eating an apple or eating a banana, and I just throw it, like, on the passenger side, like, on the floor if I didn't have, like, a trash bag. Like, it literally got to that point where I was just throwing stuff, like, on, the passenger side would be, like, I would just do that. And that's not okay, because why would you ask for, something that, of course, I'm not asking for the same car, or wanting the same car, or wanting to work so hard for the same exact car that I have. So why would you pray or stress about something so hard where you can't even appreciate what you already have? And then too, my priorities was not straight. Like, instead of buying new brakes for my car, I would buy clothes, I would buy food, I would blink, and then boom, like, you don't even think how much food adds up when you eat out, but it do. It really do. So, like, yeah, because you could literally spend, like, sorry to get off topic, but you could literally be spending average adult meal is like $12-15. Spend that every single day for 5 days even, and then you blink, and then it's every single day for a whole month. You can definitely afford to get some new breaks, So I was doing stuff like that. And not that I was eating out every single day, but just like, for instance, it adds up over time. Versus me sitting, that $10 to $15 off to the side, so I could, like, invest in, getting new breaks. I would spend that. I'd just be like, oh, it's just $10. Like, it's really not just $10, because here you are stressing about how to get to work. Here you are stressing about, transportation and stuff like that. So you have to appreciate what you already have in the present, because you can't ask for more if you don't. Like, you're literally taking things for granted, and then you just lead yourself into more stress. So no, it's not good for you. And then, like I said, if you can't be grateful about the things you already have, then what's gonna happen when you get the things that you want? And yeah. Then in that moment of not prioritizing and things like that, imagine if I would have got the car that I wanted. Like, it would have been like a kid at Christmas. Like, at Christmas, they ask for, beg you for this, these toys or this one toy. And it says, like, on average, I was looking at, I like looking at little fun facts. But, like, on average, kids stop playing with their toys, like, 3 days after Christmas. Like, that's average time. So, after a while, that appreciation and all of that, it goes away. It withers away, because it's not that new shiny thing anymore, So, there was no way that I could appreciate a new car and not not change my old habits, pretty much is what I'm saying. And then, I think things like that, they phase out, and I don't think that, like, we do it, willingly, and I don't think that we're necessarily ungrateful and everything, but it's definitely just taking those things for granted. So how I incorporate that into my faith is just, now I ask for God, and not necessarily now I'm asking for things. I'm asking for God to change my habits, change, my ways. So in saying that, I've learned how to use stronger modifiers, how to analyze the things that I say, how to subtract all of the negative, like, modifiers, I guess, or the negative adjectives, like, when I'm asking for something, and only use positive, uplifting, like, words. And I heard that from somewhere a while ago, but pretty much is, if you think, like, also too, I was very, very, like, I was a little bit all over the place if I think about some of my habits. I live 20 minutes away from my job by highway. And I would leave out of my house with only 20 minutes. And I would be punching my little bucket I'm not gonna call it a bucket, but I'll be pushing my car to the limit, doing 100 on the highway just to make it there. Yeah, I'll make it there in like 13 minutes, but my car needed work on it. It needed work to be done. I did not appreciate my source of income. So now I'm asking God. So, no, I will wake up every morning and say, I won't be late for work. Now I'm asking God and I'm saying it to myself, I will be on time. I will be early. I'm not using I won't be late because this is what I've heard. And I feel like it is so true. I feel like this is something that literally clicks like in your mind and your brain. Psychologically, when you hear the word late, it's something that triggers, that does not push you as hard enough as you saying to yourself, I will be on time, I will be early. So, if that makes sense. So now I have started to ask God, please change my habits so that I will be early for work, so that I will have a positive attitude and mindset, when I go into work. Not, dear Lord, please. And you already see how that go. Please don't let Suzanne get on my nerves today, and please just, give me the strength not to cuss her out. And because if you think like that, then guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna go to work and you gonna more than likely cuss Suzanne out, and it's gonna be probably for the simplest thing, but just because you don't have that discipline in your mind to say, hey, don't do that, then so yeah, just use stronger modifiers when you are praying, when you are speaking things out into the universe, because it is so true. Like I mentioned before, that negative energy, it comes around, and it smacks you in the face sometimes. You don't even realize it, because it can be so simple as you literally praying or speaking something out into existence, and then you like, boom. Like if you say, hey, I don't want to see this person, or I wish I would never see that person again, boom, you're gonna see that person probably that same day. Like that's just how things happen. So yeah, definitely use stronger modifiers when asking for the things that you want. And it's going to make you feel like it's going to make you feel like the things that you want are already in your present. So but yeah, and then I also wrote another analogy would be being excited about buying a new plant and not watering it, and not giving it the proper sunlight, even I guess Miracle Grow, whatever, just doing whatever you got to do to make that plant grow and blossom. It's like you can't just say that you want something and you don't put work into it. You have to really put work into it. I'm not going to stop saying this. Like, faith without works is dead. It really is dead, because God is going to bless you with, the things that you want and with the things that you need. But you have to be more than willing to apply yourself. And I am going to go into this. Luke 12:48 says, to whom much is given, much is required. So to me, it makes more sense that I say it to myself backwards and hoping for something. So when I say much is required, to much is given. To whom much is given, I'm sorry. So much is required, to whom much is given. That really puts in perspective for me, like, okay, so yeah, I'm going to have to put my big girl pants on. I'm going to have to work for this, because it's not just going to come to me. But I know that if I work for this, a lot of things, abundance that everybody speaks on, that God is going to bless you with, it will come. And then I would say in manifesting that, in manifesting and believing that something is already yours, say it back forwards. So much is required to whom much is given, and to whom much is given, much is required. So it kind of, it just resonates. And I feel like that's a really good, like, pep talk in the morning. Like, maybe I should be taking a shower or, like, brushing my teeth and just be like, to whom much is given, much is required. Much is given to whom much is required. Like, like, I should, yeah. Or it's just like, whatever. But definitely let that marinate. Let it marinate. Because if you don't change your mindset and your perspective about, working for the things that you want, then guess what? Faith without works is dead. If you're not willing to work for it, it's not gonna work for you. That's just how it is. And then also too, don't limit yourself into like just one category, one specific thing. You speak things out into the universe. Boom, that's the whole universe. The whole universe. Okay? So when you speak this out into the universe, hey, I want more money, I'm gonna work for more money. The universe heard that. God heard that. There's no limits to what God can do, and it's the universe. That's infinity to beyond. Okay? So there's no limit to that. So think abundantly when you ask and when you pray for things abundantly. Just think that you already got it and that it's limitless, and that what you can do is limitless as well, because it's going to push you to work harder for the things that you want. And then I wrote down Matthew 6:34. Don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. So I say that to say this: God never intended for us to live in stress, and for His plan is finding trust in Him, and that gives me a sense of security and calmness over my life, because there have been points, like I said, of my life where I did not see the light at the end of the tunnel. And working at my job, definitely, I speak with people that's been in car accidents, that's been burnt nearly to death, like literally in a burn unit, like, and they have, or paralyzed, and they have like the greatest energy about them, because they're faithful in the Lord, and also they have faith that God has given them a second chance for a reason. I'm not saying that it has to be so serious for you, but just to apply yourself with that. And also, not to compare it too much, but just to say, hey, that wasn't my situation, but how could I make this better for the next person? That is a great way to think about it. Or how could I, do this and that? Because when you also receive abundantly, it's so important for you to give. You have to give. You have to give back. You have to pay it forward, because God does not intend for you to hold all of that, all of the blessings and things like that to yourself. So you have to help your brother, your fellow man. You have to. Like, that's just something that I stand strongly about. Like, you just have to. You have to. It has to be in your blood. That way, too, you grow and you learn to appreciate what you have so much more, and you don't fall into greed. Greed is never okay in any instance. And that's a topic for another day. But yeah. And then I also wrote Matthew 21:22. You can pray for anything, and if you have faith, you will receive it. So by speaking things out into the universe, God hears that, and accompanied by speaking the needs out into the universe, there has to be work behind it. So, think to yourself, I already have this thing, or even if it's something in your heart, I already have this thing, this personality, this characteristic, this trait, this, I want to break the chains of such and such, this and that. Think like that. Put yourself in that positive headspace, because you don't need anything, any negative energy clouding what you're trying to put out there. So think like that. Put yourself in a positive headspace and erase the doubt, and also erase the doubt of your subconscious, and increase your faith. And just think about what would Jesus do, what would the Lord do. I think that helps out a lot into asking for things, and to also think about manifesting things. Like it helps, because it's something truly extraordinary and like good when you're able just to put yourself in a clear mindset. And the older that I get, the more that I realize that God honestly wants each and every one of us to worry about ourselves. And when I say that, I mean, don't compare, don't dwell on certain things. Don't think like, oh, this person got this and I don't have it. No, don't think like that. You have to have a source of yourself to know the things to ask for, to know what you are willing to work for and what you're willing to not work for. And don't beat yourself up about it, because I definitely beat myself up about a lot of things that I just wondered, like, why don't I have that in me to work for? And pretty much I could say with confidence, because those things were not for me. God is not going to push you through anything that you can't handle, and you just have to have faith in that. So I hope you guys learned from this a little bit. I'll repeat the Bible verses that I have. So I have Mark 11:24. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and that it will be yours. Then I wrote Luke 12:48, to whom much is given, much is required. Remember, just say that. I want to do a week challenge. Let's just do a week. A week challenge of, we're going to do 30 days. We're going to do 30 days when you first wake up. Say that to yourself. Say Luke 12 verse 48. Say to whom much is given, much is required. Just say it backwards. Much is required, to whom much is given. Say that like interchangeably, and let's see how it changes our mindset over the course of 30 days. I'm gonna just do 30. And then Matthew 6:34 says, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Definitely take that in, and don't stress about today. And then Matthew 21:22 says you can pray for anything, and if you have faith, you will receive it. So have faith in the Lord. Have faith in what you ask for, what you're putting out into the universe. Have faith in yourself, because you are going to be that machine, okay? Faith is your fuel to keep you going. You're going to love yourself at the end of the day. You're going to embrace the things that you want, okay? So just have faith. Have faith in the things that you want. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Like I said, I don't know if I want to, limit it to Bible study. I feel like I'm always tweaking and changing stuff, but I don't want to limit it to that. But I guess, for now, until I come up with something better. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you don't mind, please come back to this video within 30 days. Just tell me how so far you feel like saying Luke 12 verse 48 is changing your mindset. I would like to read that. So please comment. Please comment. Please comment. Please. Okay. But yeah, thank you for watching, and bye. See you in the next video.